free would start a war. So our new king has chosen to send you to the Night's Watch.
Why is there still a Night's Watch?
The world will always need a home for bastards and broken men.
All of this, and he goes back to the wall.
Sansa and Arya wanted you freed, but they understand our new king needs to make peace. No one is very happy, which means it's a good compromise, I suppose. It doesn't feel right.
Man, he's had to hold 2 of his ladies as they die. Like, oh,
Ask me again in 10 years. I don't expect we'll ever see each other again. I wouldn't be so sure. A few years as Hand of the King would make anyone want to piss off the edge of the world.
So him being Targaryen meant absolutely nothing except to drive Dany crazy. She could have done that without him being a Targaryen. The North already loved him. People respected him and thought he was the king of the North. Like, they already loved him. So that him being a Targaryen really didn't even have anything to do with it, except for him having a rightful claim. But he was still a threat to her without that. Grey Worm is so pissed. That's sad. I mean, it's also nice. Like, they get to retire somewhere nice and warm and they're free, but like...
The North is free thanks to you.
But they lost their king.
Ned Stark's daughter will speak for them. She's the best they could ask for.
There's like a lot of airbrushing in that scene.
I'm not going back north. What's west of Westeros?
That's right.
I don't know.
No one knows. It's where all the maps stop.
That damn Stark music.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me.
You were exactly where you were supposed to be.
Did someone finish Sir Barristan's page with him protecting Dany? Did they put that in there too? Because if not, they should. I approve this message. I approve that whole thing. He does deserve to have that fucking page. Joffrey's a little shit. He totally deserves to have that page filled in. They were always so straight when his dad was the hand. Like, he's trying to, like, be an authority figure. Varys isn't there. Like, that's... He's like, I just straightened these chairs.
What's this? A song of ice and fire.
He is not a maester. He dropped out after like a month.
Death of King Robert. What does he say about me?
I don't believe you're mentioned.
How the fuck? What? How the fuck do you even write this story without Tyrion? Like, what? I'm not, this is not amusing. No. How? What? That's fucked up. How? He was the hand now 3 times.
You're great. You're great. You're great.
You're great.
Sir Podrick.
He's a sir. Every time they have to say this every single time. We can't come up with a
That
better.
will improve. I'm sure it will.
He smiled. Whatever. They can't come up with a better thing than Bran the Broken.
Paid.
In full, my lord hand.
Good.
They made him the master
Time
of
to start
coin. Are you
hiring
kidding
a
me?
new one. We have hungry people to feed. Can we expect some assistance in this regard?
What people?
Indeed we
Everybody's
can.
dead.
Well, I imagine he is.
Why is he master of coin? And why isn't
Agree
Brienne
that ships take
Queen's
precedence
Guard
over brothels.
I think that's a very presumptuous
to Sansa?
I once brought a jackass and a honeycomb into a brothel.
Are you shitting me? We still don't get the end of that fucking joke? And he's just gonna be Jon Snow to everybody forever. Like, no one's really gonna know who he is, what he did. Or maybe it's in the book, but like... And I've never really been a fan of Jon Snow. Like, I really just don't care. But this is fucked up. I'm very upset about it. His ear is gone. So he's the new Mance Raider, pretty much. He's not going back. Bran said he has to join a Night's Watch and he'll father no children and he won't marry, whatever. But if he's north of the Wall, which is outside of the Seven Kingdoms, he can be Mance Raider and that won't apply to him. And it's no coincidence that they're showing all these kids. He's your father, no kids. These are all his kids. I'm satisfied with the ending. Not the way we got there, but I'm satisfied with the ending. Like, John is... it just hurts me. Like I said, I'm not even that big of a Jon Snow fan. Like, I'm really not. But the fact that he's still Jon Snow, people won't know all that he did unless it's in that book, and most people can't read. Him being a Targaryen meant nothing to the story except for to drive Dany crazy. I don't know. But on the other hand, the Starks won the Game of Thrones. Like, because I felt like the last two, kind of 2.5 seasons, we kind of got away from that theme of this is playing the Game of Thrones. Like, because we've been so focused on the Night King coming down, all that stuff. Ultimately, this is the Game of Thrones, and the Starks won everything. Bran Flakes is King of the Six Kingdoms. Sansa's Queen of the North and got the North their independence back. I still don't know why Yara wasn't like, hey, we wanted our independence too. What the hell? But whatever. Arya's off being Queen of the Sea. Like, she's a pirate now. She's going to be Queen of the Sea or wherever she lands, I guess. And Jon is Mance Raider. He's the king of the wildlings, I guess. You know? Everyone got... Sansa said season 1, all she's ever wanted was to be a queen. So she's a queen now. Arya wanted to know what was west of Westeros. She's a pirate. She's a pirate. She's the Dread Pirate Roberts. She's the original Dread Pirate Roberts. And Bran Flakes is the king. After sitting in a fucking tree for 2 whole seasons to get his powers. They're useful. But that's a good story. That whole scene with him Bran telling him, it wasn't for Bran to tell him about Jon being a Targaryen, it was for him to tell his story. And Tyrion would think that was just the greatest story ever, and that would make a good king. Are you kidding me? Whatever. Still don't know why Grey Worm didn't kill Jon. They just took him prisoner. You didn't know what to do with him after he had to have admitted to killing Daenerys. First of all, there's blood on the floor and she's missing. Second of all, he had to have admitted it. The way he was standing there, just like waiting for Drogon to light him on fire, which he should have, he was ready to die anyway. So it would make sense that he would just tell them that he did it. But why wouldn't Grey Worm just fucking kill him? What, because it would start a war? They don't give a shit right now. They just killed Dany. She was gone. Totally gone. I mean, you know, absolute power corrupts, absolutely, I get that. But like, she was gone like that. She knows what's good. No, you just burned the whole city. You don't know what's good, girl. I love you. I love her to death, and she will always be my queen. But no. Follow me for a second. Let me follow you. And this is not exactly what I expected to happen, but let's just follow this. Because season 7, she was like, why don't I just go burn down Euron's fleet? Why don't I just go to the Red Keep and kill my enemies? If she had just done that, she would have taken over King's Landing and been queen. Then Jon could have come to her and told her about this Night King in the north and gotten some of, you know, the dragon glass from Dragonstone, and then they could have fought the Night King together, and Dany still would have been the queen, and then we could have had a whole season of her going fucking nuts and getting tired of all this nitpicking and just burning people. And then Jon, after Bran and him told people that he was a Targaryen, that would have been a real threat. They would have had another war. You know what I mean? And then Jon could have taken the throne and given Sansa the North if she really wanted it. Bran, in my opinion, is even more evil for just sitting by and watching this happen. You can't just be a side minor person here. You know what I mean? If you sit by and watch evil things happen, you are as much complacent and evil as the people who are doing those things. You can't just sit there. So he just sat there and let all this stuff happen. What, for population control? He's Thanos. He could have... Arya is happy killing people. He could have told Arya what Dany would become. Arya would have killed her so fast, not even a question. Because they need to look out for themselves and their family and the last of the Starks. Arya would have killed her no problem. Arya and a whole bunch of people could have snuck into King's Landing and killed Cersei and taken over that throne. No problem. But he let all these people die so he could sit there and be like, why do you think I came here? You wanted a clean, because you wanted a clean slate and you wanted her to kill all those people so you could start the city over fresh and anew without fleas? No more flea bottom. You know what I mean? That's evil. How is that okay? We can be mad at Dany altogether. She should not have burned down that city. She was absolutely going to be a tyrant. We can agree with that. But you have to agree, Bran saw all this stuff happening and didn't try to, like, minimize the loss of life. So, that's all I'm saying. But, again, I'm happy with the outcome. Let's say even Jon had taken the throne. If we had gone back to my hypothetical and Jon had taken the throne and he didn't want that throne, because he's been saying this whole time that he doesn't want the throne, he could have abdicated and given Bran the throne and broken the wheel that way, because Bran can't have kids, so we still could have gotten the same outcome without killing all those people. And we still could have had a great war between Dany and Jon if we really needed that, maybe without that stupid love story thrown in. Why was she even... She saw the way he was looking at her. By the way, Jon does not speak Valyrian or Dothraki, so how did he know what was being said? But whatever. Tyrion told him later, but he was still standing there looking at her like, what? Anyway, the way they looked at each other after Dany had Tyrion taken prisoner, why would she even try to be with him again? I understand she's heartbroken that he's not showing her affection, but at some point you know just to stop. Maybe she was just on her kill high. You know? Again, she was hangry. She hadn't eaten in a while, and she was all mad, and then she killed a whole city full of people, and she was on this like high. She was like, oh no, he'll be fine. Whatever. I'm whatever. I like that the Starks ultimately won the Game of Thrones. They were shit on so much, especially at the beginning of this journey. And then Sansa went through so much. That girl deserves to be queen. I don't care what anyone says. She does. So I am happy that she is Queen of the North. I don't see how, you know, eventually somewhere down the line there may be a conflict between one of her descendants and the South, and maybe they'll be at war again, but hopefully that won't take place. But like all the Lannisters, the Tyrells, the Baratheons and stuff, there's a new Baratheon in town. You know what I mean? Like all those other houses are like gone. Stark's won. I'm cool with that. I'm just, it was a rocky road getting here, but we got here. I am so tired. Hey everybody, I'm going to interject myself before the end of this video. You saw the video I put at the beginning of part 1 to the finale, where George R.R. Martin, or Grimm as I call him, was talking about the series, how it ended, how he wanted to extend and have a few more seasons, but D&D were like, no, we only want 7, but then they talked him into 8. I'm going to link the entire interview down below so you can watch the whole. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes. But I had a few thoughts about this because remember at the end of episode 2 when I was, you know, giving the wrap up of the episode, I said this feels like season 7 part 2. This did not feel like season 8. It felt like just a natural flow of season 7. So now hearing George R. R. Martin say that they wanted to end it at season 7, but they talked him into another season, that totally makes sense because this all just feels like one long season. If they had had season 7 be 10 episodes and then had another season of season 8 being 10 episodes, that's, you know, 20 episodes total. We had, what, 7 or 8 episodes in season 7 and 6 episodes of this season. That's only 13 episodes. So we basically got shorted 7 whole episodes. That makes a huge difference in the show. So much can happen within that time span. That's almost an entire season. And I know a lot of people said, yeah, but they gave us extra long episodes for some of those. The only episodes they gave us long episodes for were the ones where there was action. They gave us extra time for extra fight scenes. And maybe the one episode where they all had the summit and everyone was together. But that's it. None of the long episodes were ones where dialogue took place that drove the plot forward. The ones that were long were the ones where we had extra action and spectacle had going on. So those don't even really count. And I'm just wondering how, if they hadn't agreed to the extra season, if you wouldn't even call it a full season because it was only 6 episodes, how were they going to end this at season 7? How the hell were they going to cram all of this into just 10 episodes? It was hard enough to sit through this after season 6 with 13. You know what I mean? Like, how were they going to cram? So that's why this season felt like season 7 part 2 to me, at least, because they weren't even really wanting to do a season 8. They begrudgingly agreed to it, but then they cut season 7 short and made this season short. So kind of this was their whole plan for season 7. They just extended it a little bit. It wasn't even a real season. I'm annoyed. I almost wish I hadn't seen that fucking interview. That's it. If you have been here since I started watching, thank you so much for like sticking with me even when we disagreed. Game of Thrones is over. I will be continuing on with the books. Like I said, I'm going to be doing them vlog style. So that will be up hopefully, probably not next week. I have a busy week next week, but hopefully the week after that. I am reading the 2nd book right now. And I'm planning on finishing it in the next week or so. So I'll have that vlog up soon and we'll be continuing with that. Hopefully I will keep doing book reviews and leaning this channel back towards writing. Now that Game of Thrones is over, I do not plan on doing any more reactions. Do with that as you will. If you want to unsub, I understand. Like, I just don't, it's not enjoyable for me to sit here and watch shows. Like, it takes up a lot of time to sit here, watch it, review the episode, edit it, upload it. Like, like, I could be spending that time reading a book or writing on and working on my own writing and products and stuff like that. And honestly, I'd just rather be doing that than doing, I'd rather be creating my own stuff than reacting to stuff that other people made. So that's where this channel is going to be going. That's it. Let me know what you think of the ending below. Also, tell me something completely absurd that could have happened that you totally would have just been like, yeah, that could have happened. Sam trying to introduce like a democracy and they're like, yeah, no, Sam. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you soon, hopefully with other stuff. And that's it. Bye.